FPL Gameweek 2 Transfer Plans. Guys, Gameweek 1 is almost over with one match left today. But what we were going to do is we're going to take a look at who are the top performers so far in Gameweek 1, talk about how I've done in my team so far, and what my transfer plans are going into Gameweek 2. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here's a stat for you guys. Over 70% of you guys watching are not subscribed. Now, let's make a deal. So in the next few minutes, if you guys get the value that you're looking for from this video, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It would honestly make a huge difference in helping me and my one-man team, bringing you guys more content throughout the season. So, sounds like a deal? Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's get straight into it. Who are the top performers in Game Week 1 that we should be considering of bringing into our teams for Game Week 2? Looking at Team of the Week, Raya hit 10 points. Not what we really expected, and I say this in the sense of being an Arsenal fan. I thought Man United might get away with one goal at least, but honestly, Arsenal defense, what else could we say? Hopefully they don't leak like they used to in previous game week. Calafiori coming away with that goal. Really love the way he plays. It's just not sure of his minutes really with Lewis Kelly. I think rotation can be done there. As you saw, both wingbacks were taken out during that game. Ballard, really great game for them. Wasn't expecting that, I think, from Sunderland. I think they're basically a team to watch in terms of knowing that they're not going to be pushovers as much as I thought that they would be. So I don't think we should be bringing Ballard in though, as much as he's got good games in terms of Burnley, as also got I think Brentford in the third game week. But I mean, it's your choice. Right now he's one of the top 5 important players. Rico Lewis, another one who I think is prone to rotation. I wouldn't be bringing in. Semenyo hitting the highest points of the game week. I think he is a good option. He's got some good games coming up as well. Not the best of fixtures, but I mean, someone you definitely can consider because he definitely has good XG in that team. Kudos as well, for me, didn't surprise me. A lot of people weren't necessarily excited about him, but we'll see how he performs against Man City. He is in my team. I think if you want to bring him in, you can, because long term the fixtures are still good, you know, in terms of like 6 game weeks, but just not this player to bring in this game week. The player you definitely can bring in this game week is Reinders, who came in at 10 points for game week 1. Really exciting player. I honestly hadn't seen enough from him, but like this game week definitely showed like he's one to bring in. He's already risen in price as well. He's now 5.6, so just keep watching out for him. O'Reilly playing the number 10 there, just behind Rutter as well. I think 2 of assets who you should consider. The games are not necessarily all that bad, but I still feel like there's better options. But I think he had a really good game week. Richarlison, we all know that he will get rotated for Solanke in, but we'll still see if Solanke is not fit. Richarlison's still going to be playing, but it's just knowing that he's actually not necessarily number 1 when it comes to that number 9 spot, so not someone you could bring in. Chris Wood continuing to do what he did last year, so another player who has great fixtures. I think he is somebody you can definitely consider bringing in. Haaland being Haaland, I think in terms of Haaland versus Salah so far, Haaland won game week 1, with Salah having 2 tough fixtures. I think Haaland is also in the top 5 for most transfers in. Wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are knee-jerking and moving to Haaland. That Man City team is really looking good. So that is team of the week and the players I think you can consider bringing in. Let's take a look at my team and how I did in game week 1. Now, game week 1 did not go well for me. 41 points, captaincy blanked on Bowen. Again, thrashed by Sunderland. Something that honestly, yeah, was a possibility, but I didn't really think that that could be the number 1 thing that would come out really. So didn't work out, but I think we still stick to the plan. Too early to really just knee-jerk and start moving to different things. Guys who really came through for me is more so on the defensive. Poro, Aiden Ori, Kudus also came through for me. The sad part is, I think you guys remember, I actually was supposed to bench boost. Kid you not, on the deadline, I'm looking at my team. I'll go check my team again. Boom, my bench boost is not active. I'm like, what? I'm scrambling to activate it. I activated, and then it's like on deadline, and it shows like, okay, cool, like, you want to play the chip? I say, yeah, play the chip. Play the chip. And bro, let me tell you something, it said active, so I'm like, okay, cool, but I'm refreshing to be like, cool, is it active? Refresh, is it active? Bro, it's not refreshing. I'm like, damn, did it activate? Did it not activate? Clearly didn't activate. So about what, 9 plus 8, about 17 points there on the bench. I mean, still, like, the average right now is 51 points. I got Tarkowski left to play, where I'm really hoping that Everton can come away with a clean sheet and maybe a Tarkowski goal, some DEFCON points. But even that as well, I don't feel like it would do much, because I'm very much below the average. Well, 10 points below the average. So it is what it is. Let's take a look at my game week 2 transfer plans so far, and we're gonna do this really just looking at the view. Now, in terms of transfer plans, I actually sticking with the plan in terms of how I was going to play out these first 2 game weeks. In goal, I have Sells. In the defense so far, I've got Pedro Porro, who I am considering swapping with Nico Williams, who's playing at Crystal Palace. I just expect Crystal Palace to score against Brentford. Same thing, I also expect Man City to score against Tottenham. So it's like, who do I think then will have more attacking output? And I think Porro would have more attacking output, being on set pieces and so on and so on. And that's why right now he's there, but it could change. You know, Tarkowski playing against Brighton at home, so really hoping for the best. And then Aït-Nouri there playing against Tottenham at home as well. I think he's still locked in with Guardiola not being around. So until we get team news, we'll see. But I mean, this is Pep, so I wouldn't be surprised even if Aït-Nouri as well was rotated. But I think he looks nailed. He looks nailed. When it comes to the defense, the reason why Pedro Porro is also still there is because I just don't want to play double Nottingham Forest against Crystal Palace. So I just thought, hey, you know what? Let me just throw in Pedro Porro there as well. But again, that's something that I'm looking at. That's definitely a place that could change. In the midfield, Mamouche not getting enough points, not even getting game time. Pep Roulette, there you go for it. There you go, guys, on that. I'm still okay with him. He's definitely going to get his game time. It's just more so about the fact that when he does, can he really kick it off, you know? So really hoping. I think that Man City game with Tottenham is going to be tough. I don't think it's going to just be a pushover easy game. Tottenham are Man City's Achilles heel, so we'll see if Mamouche gets more game time on that. Saka with the captaincy there, I don't think there's much to be said, honestly. We're all going to be captaining a Arsenal player. Wirtz against Newcastle, another game which I think will be tough for Liverpool. Wirtz actually being the #1 transferred out player this game week. I just feel like there's just so many knee-jerking managers, bro. Like, damn, like, calm down, relax, bro. You know, game week 1 is not the be-all and end-all of the season, guys. It really is not. So if you've had a bad start like me, like, the FPL game is also about managing yourself, you know? And if you're just gonna be very, like, knee-jerky, and I know it's mainly the non-engaged managers, and I know I'm speaking mostly to the engaged managers, but remember that. Kudus, I think if there's anybody who's going to be involved in a goal, it will be him against Man City, so fine to have him in. João Pedro and Chelsea had a tough game, and and one I actually expected against Crystal Palace, but they're playing against West Ham, who now, after that defeat against Sunderland, you begin to think that could West Ham be like one of the teams to target? Only more game weeks will tell. They are playing at home, which makes things interesting in terms of performance. Maybe West Ham honestly is going to perform better at home, and Chelsea is going to struggle. We don't know. We will see. Only time can tell. But that in itself has also made me consider Diouf on the bench, who I still like, has a lot of attacking prowess. So he's definitely a player I am considering as well. Yeah, we'll see. Watkins, I mean, Rodgers was there and they still couldn't do anything, bro. They were playing at home, dog. They have an easier game week this game week, playing against Brentford. Right now, in terms of the front line, I'm not willing to change anybody. I think it's more so just in the defense. In terms of transfer plans, again, I'm not planning to bring anybody. I want to roll the transfer. I don't have any injuries, no red cards, luckily, like Consa does. I think I'm looking good in terms of not having to make a transfer, and want to keep that transfer and build transfers up as much as I can and keep rolling. It's not the best team for Game Week 2, honestly it's not, and I actually knew that going into Game Week 1 that my Game Week 2 doesn't look so good. But that's the thing about FPL, not every week is going to be a great looking game week. So I'm okay really with this. I think if anything changes, it will definitely be in the defense. So that's my team for transfer plans for Game Week 2. You guys let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section. Please also remember to hit that subscribe button. I will be covering through the game week who are the top transfers to bring in terms of defenders, midfielders and forwards, and then I will round off the week with my team selection for Game Week 2, showing you what my final decisions are. So please remember to subscribe for all of that content and more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.